Welcome back to another weekly recap. I'm Brie E Anderson, and this week we're going to talk about some of the announcements that Google made on a recent blog post, the changes in user behavior, changes that Pinterest is making to increase e-commerce on their site, and some new features that businesses are putting on their platforms to hopefully engage people during this rough time. Then we're going to go outside of digital and talk about celebs going live on the internet. First things first, let's talk about these announcements that Google made recently. So due to the coronavirus, Google actually had to postpone their game developers conference, and instead they made some of the announcements they were going to make at that conference through a blog post this week. In that blog post, they laid out 4 different changes they are making to game-specific ads, most of which are done through app ads. And some of these changes are things like allowing open testing ads. So about 50% of all downloads of an app are done within the first 8 weeks. And an easy way to get people on your app early is to allow them to test features for things like usability, likability, things of that nature, right? Your typical test. Your typical product test. And so Google is now allowing apps to put out ads for open testing. So aside from that, they're also putting more in-app engagement data in Google Analytics that allows you to understand how users are using your app, how long they are staying in your app, what kind of in-app purchases they're making. It's a much more holistic view than what's currently offered. They're also enhancing the reporting on their ad creative assets. So currently when you look at your assets, Google rates them on like a low, good, or best basis, but there's no real explanation as to why your ad creative falls into one of those categories. Now, when you hover over those labels, Google's actually going to give you specific reasons and recommendations as to why your creative is falling under those sections. These things are going to be really important for people in the game space and really just people in the app space in general. The limited analytics was something that I've always found really concerning, and I think that this new engagement tab is going to be really beneficial, not only for game creators, but app creators in general. Also, open testing ads are a great way to build loyalty because what I would do is I would find the people that already use one of your apps and push out these ads to them like, hey, dedicated user, we would love to have your insight on this new app or this new game we're creating. The same can be said for the engagement tab of analytics. You can actually use that tab to create remarketing groups. So when people haven't been in the game for over 7 days, you can target them with ads that say, hey, we miss you, or hey, we would love to offer you 3 more lives, or what have you. I'm not much of a gamer, but I can definitely see the use and the benefit of all of these new features. Now let's talk about the changes in user behavior. Obviously, the majority of people are now working from home, self-isolating, quarantining, what have you. And because of that, they're spending a lot more time online. And from the second week of February to the first week of March, there was actually a 50% increase in e-com ad spend. On top of that, people were seeing an increase of 8.8% on their conversion rates. News sites are also seeing about 46% increase on the minutes on site from their users, and there are plenty of businesses seeing positive results from people staying at home. For instance, people looking to cook at home or work out at home, also people looking for entertainment, streaming services, and buying groceries online. Live streaming has also gone through the roof, about 50% increase in viewership. So what does that mean for us? It means if you can sell online, you should be looking to do so. Make a website, even if that means for you just selling gift cards online. Gift cards are still money that's coming into your pocket that wouldn't otherwise. If you dabble in any of these spaces at all, now is it time to increase your revenue, because you can easily make money or just build loyalty through offering some of these services during this time. Because of the increased amount of usership for social media platforms. We are seeing some repercussions of that. Many social media platforms have actually had to decrease the performance of some of their features, things like live streaming especially. I know YouTube and Facebook have both come out and said that they are decreasing the bit rates at which they are sending out these live streams. And we're also seeing an influx of people trying out video and trying out live streams for the first time, which is great to see. If you have it, why not? There's so many people doing it right now. It's not like a ton of people are going to be tuning in anyways. It's definitely a good time to try new things out, especially with all this newfound free time. So I'm curious, are you seeing positive or negative effects on your business? Leave it in the comments below and let us know what industry you work in. To piggyback off of that, we're seeing a lot of businesses add new features to their platform. Instagram just released co-watching, which allows you to message a friend, start a video, and then go through some predetermined content that you had already selected before. Twitch now has a section just for musicians to come on and live stream them playing music or doing DJ sets. I know DJs are very popular on Twitch right now. We're also seeing some new features come to those Facebook Live videos, things like auto captions, which allows people to read the captions if they're stuck in a room co-working with their partner. Facebook Lives are also making it easier to do fundraisers, not just for coronavirus relief funds or nonprofits, but also for like musicians and personal trainers to make some money from their live streams. And the last thing that Facebook Live rolled out was that they are now allowing non-Facebook members to watch Facebook Lives. So you can promote your Facebook Live streams through like an email newsletter or through your website, and people don't have to log in their Facebook to view it. This is really, really valuable for people that have maybe an older demographic or a younger demographic, right? There are some people, some older people that don't have a Facebook account, maybe because they're nervous about it, what have you. And so now they're actually going to be able to tune into the Facebook Live. This is really valuable for Facebook because maybe they tune into that Facebook Live, realize they like it, want to take part in the comments, what have you, so they create an account. It also reaches some of those younger people that don't have a Facebook account because they think it's going to make them look less cool, but now they're able to tune in to maybe their favorite artist or something like that doing a live stream. On Snapchat's end, they released something called the stay in place leaderboard. And the stay in place leaderboard works kind of like, it reminds me of Snap Streaks, where you earn points for staying home, and they have a leaderboard that shows like of your friends who has stayed home the longest. They also use Snap Map, so you can look at the Snap Map, see information about the coronavirus in your area, but you can also see which of your friends are taking stay in place and self-quarantining seriously because they're able to put a mask on their little emoji. So it's kind of a way to gamify this self-isolation or this stay in place and make it a little more fun and to reward people for doing what they're supposed to be doing during this time. Another platform that has added something very cool during this time is Yelp. Yelp actually went in and they put donate buttons on all of the small business listings, especially ones that are being hit pretty hard right now, so that when users are scrolling through Yelp to try and find someone to maybe deliver food or to go pick up food, what have you, they can go into their favorite business, even if they're not delivering right now or doing takeout orders. Shout out to Leslie's, my favorite coffee shop that's no longer doing either of those. But now I can go on to Yelp, find their listing, and donate some money just to help ease their mind during this crazy time. Lastly, Google My Business has released a temporarily closed description for certain small businesses. Well, for anyone, but specifically small businesses that are probably having to close during this time. So that allows you to keep all of your SEO juice, to keep your listing live and active without confusing your customers and saying you're open, but from 0 hours to 0 hours or what have you. It's very simple. You just put temporarily closed, and then once you open, you'll be able to reverse that, and everything will still be good as gold on your Google My Business listing. The reason I bring this up is because I saw something the other day that said this quarantine is requiring social media to become social again. I said a couple episodes ago that I believe that Brian Fanzo said it best when he said that TikTok was making social media social again, and I believe it has done a very good job of that. And now more people are having to kind of jump on that train of truly making things social and allowing people to collaborate through these online platforms because we are all stuck at home and we can't see each other face to face. Video is booming right now just because it is the closest way for you to get face to someone right now, specifically live video. I know most people are doing Zoom calls right now. Some companies are offering branded Zoom backgrounds, all sorts of fun things. It's a way for us to kind of have fun during a moment of crisis where the entire world kind of feels a little bit scary right now. All of these new features are bringing people together, and I think we'll just see more of that in the coming weeks. Now, on the flip side of this, there are people, like I said earlier, that are benefiting from everybody being at home, specifically those e-commerce brands like we spoke about earlier, and Pinterest has noticed that. Again, you guys know how I feel about Pinterest. It is a hidden gem, especially for anyone that sells online, and Pinterest is tapping into this right now because they know more people are online and more people are buying online. So what they've done is this week they rolled out verified merchant accounts, which allows merchants to go in and get verified, get that nice little blue check next to their name, and hopefully get more sales from that because it shows that they are an authority, they're trustworthy, right? They're credible. I'm really surprised that it took Pinterest this long to roll that out, but you know, this new influx of people buying online has just kind of pushed them to go ahead and roll out that verification. Another thing they've done is they've made the product catalog upload a lot quicker and a lot more seamless so that people are able to have more products listed, have more shoppable pins, and place more shopping ads on the platform to hopefully get more conversions and purchases online. On that note, they've also increased the amount of analytics that merchants get, so they're able to see conversions, both organic and paid, and they're able to better track the engagement that people have with their website and with their pins through their analytics platform. Lastly, Pinterest also rolled out dynamic retargeting for the entire world. They were testing it in the US, but they've just opened it up to their global audience. Again, e-com is hot right now. If you play in this space, or you could play in this space, make sure you're doing it and make sure you're taking it seriously. All right, now to go outside of digital, I want to talk about all of these celebrities that are now live streaming or using social media without the okay of their PR people. It sounds like that would be a dumpster fire, and in some situations it has been. If you've not seen Vanessa Hudgens on Instagram talking about how this isn't a big deal, it's just a virus that's like the flu, go and check that out. I think she may have taken it down, but it's very obvious that some of these people are working without the consent of their PR team, and that's because, you know, a lot of these walls have been taken down because we are all in the same situation. So it's actually been cool to see some of these celebrities come out of their shell and just be them, be authentic, and say what's on their mind right then and there. So just a couple people that are going live, and specifically most people are going live on Instagram right now. That's because that's where the majority of celebrities are hanging out, even though I will tell you the cool ones are on TikTok and they're live streaming there as well. But Robbie Williams is doing a series called Karaoke, like karaoke, but with Corona in the front, where he sings requests that come in from the live viewers. Sometimes he sings them, sometimes he doesn't. He has a lot of fun doing it. Another person going live is Florence Pugh, and she's cooking in her kitchen, telling stories about some of the things that are in her kitchen. Mostly she screams in her kitchen, and it's just a lot of fun to kind of, like I said, see people in their authentic, true self on live. Another person who I never would have guessed would be doing a live series is Madonna. She's doing a live series on Instagram as well, just where she kind of talks about life and what's going on. And the lead singer from Death Cab for Cutie, Ben is doing a live stream as well. He's done about 8 one-hour segments where he just sings sad songs because sometimes that's what you need. Shout out to StreamYard because I just found out last night that he actually uses StreamYard to stream out these live singing sessions. Not only are celebrities going live, but platforms are having events where they're encouraging and actually hiring celebrities to go live. Like I said earlier, some celebrities are on TikTok. TikTok is actually hosting a 5 days a week streaming sessions with celebrities where they go over daily topics. Like Monday motivation. I know Thursday is about education. I don't remember what Tuesday, Friday, and Wednesday are about. You can look it up, but they're calling it the Happy at Home series. Again, they're hiring celebrities to come on and have conversations, whatnot. Twitch is also hosting a massive, it's actually going on right now, a massive 48-hour live stream where they're having artists of all different kinds come and play music for 48 hours on Twitch. And during this live stream, they're also going to be doing fundraising for corona relief and research. So while things may seem dark and we might be stuck in our houses, there are a lot of good things going on, and I truly believe that digital and social media will see good things come from this, and that some of these changes are going to last for a while. So I encourage you to seek the good during this crazy time and enjoy the little things. That's all I've got for this week, folks. Thanks for tuning in to another weekly recap, and I'll see you next week.